If you want to find out what my top time-saving tips are for making a junk journal beautiful, elegant, but saving time in the process and maximizing the available time that you have to make your project, then stay tuned, because that's what I'm going to give you today, is all my top time-saving tips. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am sending you all so much love, and I was working on this kit for this project for my design team project, which I'm going to show hopefully in the next video. But I wanted to come on here and talk about some time-saving tips. I know so many people's time to get in their creative space is limited. So I wanted to share some tips with you that'll save you a lot of time. You are going to hear my printer in the background because that's one of my biggest time-saving tips. So the first tip number one, is when you are printing your kits out, print your fussy cut pages first, and then like your envelopes, tags, tickets, then print those pages. And the reason is that these little pieces that you're going to be cutting out, and I will link the kit that you're going to see in here, because I'm doing this for my design team project for Oldocina, Anne over there at Oldocina, and this is her tea time kit, and you've got to watch the next video too, because it's another game changer, I think. Simple, easy binding method. You've seen it before, but I'm going to show it to you in a new way. So check out the next video. So yeah, this here, what I started doing, you can hear my printers going. I printed out my smallest fussy cut things first, right? So that's tip number one. So while the rest of your kit is printing, you start cutting these out, okay? So I got those cut out. Then the next tip is to back all your pages before you cut them. Back them first and then cut. That way you're not cutting out twice. Plus your lines and everything, the pages stick together better, and they what am I trying to say here? Yeah, they just hold together better when you glue it down first to full page, then you go and cut around it. So that's the second time-saving tip. I'm backing everything I have here, and you have to kind of go in. My pages are really wrinkled, but you have to go in and smooth it out. You just put the glue down. So it's super simple. So I have all of these. I even have some of these things done on scraps. You know, so you just back everything first and then you cut it out, okay? And that's what I've done here with all of these pages. I have a few more to do. So my next tip is when you're cutting tags out, so you can have, if you have a cutter, anything that has a straight edge, use your cutter on your straight edges. So like I will sit here and I will go on this file folder, cut your straight edges with your cutter, okay? It's so much faster. If you don't have a cutter, then what you want to do is cut your longer, straighter edges with big scissors. Okay, it's gonna go faster for you, and if you don't get as close, it's a lot easier to go back in with a big scissor to cut your straight edges. Then the next tip is use your smaller scissors for your rounded edges. You're gonna get a better cut and a closer cut when you do that. And here on this part that's straight, see how many cuts I'm doing with the small scissors? If I was doing that all the way along here, it takes forever. So do it with your small scissors on any fussy cutting part and your long scissors on your straight cuts. So if I go here, and then I just come up here And then I do this side. And it's a lot quicker and easier than you come in to get your rounded edge. And if you're new to cutting stuff out, one of the key things is that you want to move your paper with your scissors. So it's a double movement motion, right? And then that's how you get your really nice curved edges. So like on these ones here, these are just straight cuts. I have my cutter, so I'm just going to line it up and use my cutter because that's going to be the fastest. I'm not going to have to, hopefully, sometimes I still make a mistake, but generally when I use my cutter, I don't have to go back in and fix any mistakes, usually, okay? And it's already back, so now this is just ready to go. So, or like I said, if you don't have a cutter, so watch, if I just go here with my bigger scissors, whoops, and go straight down, it's super quick and easy. If I'm using my smaller scissors, look how much longer it takes. And you don't get, you have the potential for not getting a smooth finish. But see how much longer that took? So like I said, if you don't have a cutter, just use your bigger scissors for your straight edges. Now that's ready to go. Then for your smaller fussy cut ones, like these have a bunch of curves. So what you want to do with those is you want to go in and you want to cut them out with your big scissors first. Just do a wide cut. Then you're not having to fight with as much paper. And I know experienced people probably know these tricks, but there are so many people who are still just discovering the junk journal world. And see how I'm just moving my paper as I'm slowly, you kind of have to concentrate a little bit, but as I'm slowly going through it, I'm closing the scissors slowly and I'm moving the paper rather than moving the scissors around. It takes a little bit to learn, but it works out so much better and you get a much nicer finish if you're closing the scissors slowly and moving the paper around it. And it's also a faster way of doing it. If I was in here with the big scissors trying to get into these little angles, it would be much harder. I hope I should be in the film or in the on screen. And when you're going around the curve, same thing. You're moving the paper as you're closing the scissors. And it does take a little bit to get used to doing it. And then look, it's cut out. There's like hardly no little white edge left. It's already backed and it's ready to go. So I just wanted to come on and share, I think that's what, 3 or 4 time-saving tips when you're working with a journal and a kit of how to not compromise the beauty of what you're doing, but still save some time. So let's just recap it. You're going to print out your fussy cut pieces, and then I have these little ones that I did. These I didn't back because these are going to get glued down to something, okay? So cut the stuff out first that's not going to be glued down to anything, because that's usually your smaller pieces. Glue all your papers how you want to back them. If you're doing cardstock, you don't need to back them. I like to back everything. I like using coffee papers or book page, and I like the feel that it gives the pieces, because it's not too stiff, but yet they're not going to fall apart. So that's why I always like to back it. Plus it gives you really so many different variations in what you have. So glue everything down to your backing pages. Cut those out. While you're doing all of this, your full pages, let me show you. Your full pages are printing. Okay, so here's my full pages from this kit, the Tea Time kit. And I ran it through the printer once because most printers, the only way you're going to get a borderless print is if you print single-sided. That's another tip for you. You have usually what makes things go wrong, you have to select borderless and then click single-sided. Don't try to print borderless double-sided. That is going to mostly mess you up. So what you have to do is you have to go in and you print your papers, and then you put them back in the computer, and then they're going to print double-sided for you. Okay? So you have to put them back through. So like this is a 12-page kit. So with this kit, I'm going to have to run it through twice because it's 12 pages and I want them to be completely borderless. If you do that, it's not wasted time sending them back through a second time because you're cutting out and you're preparing all your other pages in the meantime. So it works out really well. So that's the other time-saving tip is, let me move this around, print it borderless, run it through, rearrange your PDF or however you have it to double side the back page and then put them back through. And you'll have to learn from your computer which way you need to set it down. That I cannot tell you. Usually it's the front side up and then it feeds through. So if you've printed on this side, this is the printed side. So usually then I'm going to put this in my back in my feeder with the print side up, but your printer might be different. Okay, so just a really quick short video, how to save time when you're printing your kits and making your stuff, and this will save you a lot of time when you're doing this. So print your fussy cuts first, glue your pages down, and then cut all of those things out while you are running your full pages through the printer, front and back. And then use big scissors or your cutter on your straight edges, and then use your small scissors on your curved edges. And don't forget to watch the next video where I show you how to, again, make a beautiful junk journal, quick, fast, and easy, using something that's already been shown, but thinking of it in a little bit of a different way. Okay, let's just do a quick prayer for this short video. My prayer for all of you today is that you have time in your day, in your life, to enjoy your loved ones, to spend time with God, and to fill your creative cup. Remember, you are loved. Until next time, love always, Savannah.